He was once the most beloved father figure on American television, a comedy pioneer, a cultural trailblazer, and a symbol of success for black entertainers across the globe. From humble beginnings in North Philadelphia to worldwide fame as Cliff Huxtable, Bill Cosby helped redefine what black excellence looked like on screen. Accusations of sexual misconduct would dismantle a legacy decades in the making, casting a long, painful shadow over a once untouchable icon. Yet even in the twilight of his life and career, one name remained close to his heart: Malcolm Jamal Warner, the on-screen son who became like family off-screen. In his final public reflections, Cosby spoke with warmth and pride about the man Warner had become, an artist, activist, and father, leaving behind not just controversy, but moments of mentorship, legacy, and heartbreak. This is the complex, controversial, and unforgettable story of Bill Cosby. William Henry Cosby Jr., born on July 12, 1937, is an American comedian, actor, and media personality. Widely seen as a pioneer for African Americans in entertainment, Cosby rose to fame through stand-up comedy, television, and film. His most iconic role was as Cliff Huxtable on The Cosby Show, 1984-1992, which portrayed an upper-middle-class black family and earned him the nickname America's Dad. Alongside his acting, he released numerous comedy albums and was a long-time spokesperson for major brands, particularly Jell-O. Cosby's career began in 1961 as a stand-up comedian in San Francisco, where he became known for his observational, conversational style. He released several acclaimed specials, starting with Bill Cosby is a Very Funny Fellow, Right? In 1963, and starred in the film Bill Cosby himself, 1983. He holds a record for most Grammy wins in the Best Comedy Album category, with 7. His groundbreaking role in NBC's I Spy, 1965-1968, earned him 3 Primetime Emmy Awards, making him the first black actor to win in that category. He went on to appear in films such as Man and Boy, 1971, Uptown Saturday Night, 1974, and Ghost Dad, 1990. Cosby also created and starred in several television shows, including The Bill Cosby Show, Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, The Cosby Show, and Cosby. From 1998 to 2000, he hosted Kids Say the Darndest Things. However, starting in 2014, Cosby's legacy was dramatically overshadowed by dozens of sexual misconduct allegations. Over 60 women accused him of offenses including rape and assault, allegations he has consistently denied. The controversy gained traction after comedian Hannibal Buress referenced the claims in viral stand-up set. Cosby's awards, honorary degrees, and TV reruns were widely revoked or pulled from syndication. In 2018, Cosby was convicted of aggravated sexual assault against Andrea Constand and sentenced to prison. In 2021, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned the conviction due to a due process violation. A year later, in 2022, he was found liable in a civil case for sexually assaulting Judy Huff when she was 16. Despite repeated denials, the accusations and legal outcomes have had a lasting impact on his reputation. Over 25 colleges and numerous institutions have rescinded honors once awarded to him. About Bill Cosby's personal life. Cosby has been married to his wife Camille since 1964, and the couple had 5 children. Their son Ennis was murdered in January 1997 at the age of 27 in an attempted robbery while he was changing a flat tire on the side of the interstate. Their daughter Ensa died of renal disease while waiting a kidney transplant in February 2018. In 2016, Cosby's attorneys revealed he was legally blind. In 2021, Bill and Camille moved back to their home in Shelburne, Massachusetts, leaving their home in Elkin Park, Pennsylvania. Bill Cosby and his wife Camille are the longtime owners of what has often been called the most significant private art collection in the hands of an African-American family. Experts have estimated the collection's market value exceeds $150 million. The Cosbys began assembling their collection in the 1960s, using Cosby's rising entertainment earnings to acquire both historic and contemporary works. Over the decades, the collection has grown to include more than 300 pieces, spanning genres, centuries, and continents. Their holdings helped elevate the visibility of black artists within major museum circles. In 2014, the Smithsonian's National Museum of African Art launched a landmark exhibit featuring 62 works from the Cosby's personal collection, highlighting its cultural and curatorial significance. The show sparked both acclaim and controversy following Cosby's legal troubles, but it cemented the collection's reputation as museum-grade in scale and quality. In recent years, Cosby has reportedly used at least one painting as loan collateral and sold others, including a Thomas Hart Benton oil valued at over $10 million, suggesting the collection has also served as a source of liquidity during periods of legal and financial strain. About Bill Cosby's professional career. Bill Cosby's professional career spans more than 5 decades and is marked by both groundbreaking achievements and lasting controversy. His style, marked by clean, observational humor and vivid storytelling, stood out at a time when most comedy leaned on sharp-edged social commentary or vulgarity. His breakthrough came in 1963 with the release of his first comedy album, Bill Cosby is a Very Funny Fellow, Right?, which launched a series of successful recordings. Over time, he would go on to win a record 7 Grammy Awards for Best Comedy Album. Cosby's early success on stage quickly translated to television. In 1965, he became the first black actor to star in a leading dramatic role on network television with the NBC series I Spy. Playing opposite Robert Culp, Cosby portrayed Alexander Scott, a CIA agent posing as a tennis coach. The show was a milestone in TV history, and Cosby's performance earned him 3 consecutive Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series, the first for a black actor. During the 1970s, Cosby expanded his reach across media platforms. He starred in The Bill Cosby Show, 1969 to 1971, and became the creator and voice behind the animated series Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, 1972 to 1985, which blended entertainment with moral and educational lessons. Simultaneously, he appeared in several films, including Uptown Saturday Night, 1974, Let's Do It Again, 1975, and A Piece of the Action, 1977, forming a comedic duo with Sidney Poitier. However, it was in the 1980s that Cosby reached the height of his influence with the creation of The Cosby Show, 1984 to 1992. The sitcom, in which he starred as the lovable and wise Dr. Cliff Huxtable, became a cultural phenomenon. It depicted an affluent African-American family and challenged prevailing stereotypes on national television. At its peak, The Cosby Show was the most-watched program in America for 5 consecutive seasons, reshaping the perception of black families in media and elevating Cosby to a new level of cultural significance. He followed this success with other television projects, including A Different World, 1987 to 1993, a spin-off set at a historically black college, as well as The Cosby Mysteries, 1994 to 1995, and Cosby, 1996 to 2000. From 1998 to 2000, he hosted Kids Say the Darndest Things, continuing his image as a warm, family-friendly figure. Throughout his career, Cosby was also a major figure in advertising, becoming the face of Jell-O pudding in one of the longest-running celebrity endorsement deals in history. His contributions to entertainment and education earned him numerous awards, honorary degrees, and recognitions. However, his legacy became overshadowed in later years by a wave of sexual assault allegations that surfaced publicly beginning in 2014. While his contributions to entertainment are undeniable, the severe legal and personal fallout from the accusations has become an inseparable part of his professional story. Through the rise and fall of Bill Cosby's career, one of the most enduring relationships to emerge from The Cosby Show was the bond he shared with Malcolm Jamal Warner, who portrayed his on-screen son, Theo Huxtable. Over the years, Cosby spoke with deep affection about Malcolm, not just as a talented actor, but as a young man who grew into someone he greatly admired. In interviews and public appearances, Cosby often referred to Malcolm as thoughtful, grounded, and committed to his craft. He saw in him a reflection of what the show was truly about: dignity, growth, and the power of representation. Even amid controversy and isolation, Cosby never shied away from expressing pride in Warner's evolution, from child star to Emmy-winning actor, director, and spoken-word artist. In one of his later reflections, Cosby shared how watching Malcolm become a respected voice in entertainment and activism gave him a sense of fulfillment, calling him a true product of what we hoped the show would inspire. Their connection extended beyond the camera. Cosby saw Warner as more than a co-star, he saw him as family. And though the world's perception of Cosby shifted dramatically, his praise for Malcolm Jamal Warner remained one of the few things that never wavered. In his quietest moments, Cosby's tributes to Warner were reminders of what The Cosby Show once stood for, and what that bond between father and son truly meant. Bill Cosby's story is one of towering success and devastating downfall. A man who once stood as a symbol of progress, only to watch his legacy collapse under the weight of scandal. He opened doors for generations of black performers, reshaped how families were portrayed on television, and brought laughter to millions. But his life also serves as a stark reminder that influence does not equal immunity. Yet even in the aftermath, some relationships endured. His heartfelt tributes to Malcolm Jamal Warner show that beyond the headlines and courtroom drama, there were real bonds, deep, lasting connections built through years of mentorship, love, and shared history. Cosby's legacy is complex. It's uncomfortable. It's human. And it forces us to confront the dualities of fame, power, and consequence. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay open-minded, and until next time, take care.